I know we haven't done this for a while, but I don't think it's an appropriate time for you to celebrate, National Masturbation Month. You just can't just decide to do that during the podcast.
One did not do with the other.
He said Clown Shoes Brewing.
Yeah, it was that. It was either that or it was all three of us together. He just, because the son was over there, like you couldn't see him for a while, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta go."
The pissing had nothing to do with the fucking hand cramping. There was like one thing after the other.
What I thought, though, when the screen kind of went blank, I thought he dropped his phone down in his cleavage.
No.
He couldn't get it. He was reaching down his shirt trying to get it.
All right, full disclosure. And this guy, I don't care if this stays in. I mean, I know Josh is going to have a fun time editing this episode.
I'm not going to edit
up
shit.
the part when I said Clown Shoes.
I'm just
no, take out the part where Joe said Clown Shoes, please. But,
and the time I said it again, and then the time JP said it.
Yes. Anytime we say Clown Shoes and together, please edit that out, Josh.
Or Clown Shoes and...
No.
I'm leaving it all.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
WrestlingNewsSource.com. All the rest of you yahoos are out there dilly-dillying your little wankers. We're actually receiving real wrestling news.
This is
Brett screwed Brett.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Brett screwed Brett.
Hold two! Arm bar!
Hey, get a nice shot of the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate your hat. I hate your t-shirts. I hate your wristbands. I hate your shoes. I hate your music. I hate the C Nation. I hate everything that you stand for.
Sodas rule.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
There we go, dude.
All right.
I'm going to let you know right now we're going to avoid legal snacks by telling you that you're being recorded.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my...
I can take my headphones off then.
Hello.
Let it Joe.
What's going on?
Hey, how are ya?
Oh my god. It still is annoying.
What's that? Fuck. Joe, I'm shooting on Sheldon tonight.
Hey, let's have it. You know what? There's a lot to shoot on. How can you miss him?
I was just saying to Josh, don't push me to say his name, because I'm not going to say his name. This will be something I talk to him about in a little while, in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good.
Well, I think you should. What? You don't have a camera, Joe?
Joe's like,
video camera? I just bought a bunch of new equipment.
No, like on your, like, can you do the video call on your phone?
It sounds like it.
I don't know. Yeah, there I am.
Yeah, he just bought all high-end equipment that we don't know how to use yet.
Yeah, I bought the Zoom H4, and I got some other...
Remember the thing you sent me like a week ago, Josh, saying we need to get this?
Oh, through Instagram.
Yeah, Joe went out and got it.
The Shure M88 Plus? I bought it.
Yeah. What? Really?
I bought it.
Oh, shit. Hey,
I got approved for the fucking Amazon credit card, so I said, fuck it, I'm going to take care of myself.
I like her shirt.
Is that a Bruin shirt you're wearing?
No, that's not a Bruin shirt.
I just saw the black and golden champions. I thought maybe it might have been the Bruins.
No, it is
All right.
Steelers shirt.
Oh, that's old.
Yeah, I know. We have to wait for Brady to retire.
There's the bid.
Hey, here's a fat guy.
Oh my God. Why are you Jewish?
Why not? They get good cookies.
They got good cookies?
Yeah, why not?
Josh,
you get a silver cock in front of your mouth.
Josh, do you want to bring us in and then Joe, you can jump in and
videoing, recording the video too?
Always.
Yeah, but that doesn't go out really.
Yeah.
We got it.
It's something.
Let's put it out.
We don't know how yet, really.
Yeah, no shit. Well, yeah, we do. It's easy. It's recorded.
It's up on YouTube, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
all we see is those nostrils and beard.
I know.
Well, I'm going to shave the beard. Well, shave it down anyway.
Don't use the same clippers that you use to shave your face to shave your balls.
No, I put the clippers on my balls and smack my balls into my face. Dude, I'm old. They can smack. They can stretch.
You're
probably so old your movies can touch your balls now.
I'm like Mr. Fantastic if all his powers were in my balls.
Or in my balls.
Why don't we get this on the fucking?
Okay, I'll bring. Do you want me to? I'll mention Wrestling News Source. What else?
What's the fucking podcast site? Because we haven't mentioned them. No.
PodCoin. PodCoin.
We haven't mentioned that.
How long do we have to do that for?
30 seconds.
How long do we have to do that for? 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who?
It's the site PodCoin. Like, they just put us on their search engine. It's sort of like a My Points of podcast sites. So like,
the more we mention, the more money we'll get.
No, so we don't get shit other than being on their search engine. But people that listen to the podcast actually get shit.
Oh. All right.
But it just helps.
Hey, I'm holding my phone in my right hand. I'm scratching my balls with my left.
Joe, you like the picture behind me?
Oh, God.
I like that. Did you see the thing I had with the new logo, the sparkly thing?
Yeah, was that a pillow or something?
No, it's just like a canvas print that I sent to my friend over in London. And when I went over there, she gave it to me. She had it all rhinestoned out. I'll bring it down to the thing in June. Yeah, that one, but it's all rhinestones and shit.
It's bedazzled, right?
It's fucking awesome.
I
mean, it looks better than JP's gigantic mug in the fucking screen here.
Fuck you.
Like, are you holding this? Are you holding the phone like this or whatever? Like, you're right on it.
Me?
So to God, you open your mouth wide, I can see your fucking tonsils.
Look at you.
Maybe we should go. Maybe we should go back to no video.
Hey, keep doing the video. I am gonna show up naked.
I did.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll bring us in. We'll mention PodCoin for viewership purposes, and then.
Let me jump in and hijack real quick and just say
you jump in and be like, hey, what the fuck is this? Why haven't I been a part of this or something?
I just find out you guys been doing this. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so JP?
Yeah.
Where's your fidget fucking toy?
I have a beer.
More than one?
Not yet.
Oh, you're okay though. You got other shit figured out. You're hooked back up after Caleb fucked you.
Yes.
Caleb, how did he fuck you?
He didn't fuck me. He is I had two mixers right before his show. His mixer blew up on him. So I gave him one of my mixers, but I had to disconnect some shit from this one. And when I did that, I fucked it up.
Yeah. Oh, all right. It's not like he fucked you over.
No. It's what I'm shooting on is Sheldon fucking him over.
Mm-hmm. How can you miss him? Like I said, he's a good target.
All right, ready?
You ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay.
Hey,
what's up, JW? My It's the Yeti. We are here. We got kind of a surprise thing going on tonight. I was surprised a half hour ago. If you guys haven't searched this yet, make sure you check us out on PodCoin. It's a listening platform where you will actually get and rewarded for listening to the most amazing podcast in the world, which is us. On a consistent basis, you can find us at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z on Twitter, on Facebook, on anything. Just search for the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z anywhere, and obviously we're going to come up and be there.
I got a question. Why is it at 3 Irish
again,
Boys?
Thanks for all love. Say that again?
Why is it at Three Irish Boys when it's me and you?
Well, it was this dude was supposed to come on and like hang out with us and help us, but he's such a retard that he can't figure shit out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he's like a homeless dude. This
boys
huge
and
beard.
girls, I am back. You guys have been going on with a mediocre podcast for too long. I've been following along with your antics, and I am downright sick of it. You guys couldn't talk your way out of a hole in the ground. Okay? You're peddling this mediocre bullshit, calling it a podcast, calling it wrestling, calling it entertainment, and you're doing nothing but talk about your own dicks.
We never mentioned the word penis on here.
Well, you should, because that would have been better than what you guys been talking about.
JP, ladies and gentlemen, Joe is here finally. It's been over 300. It's been almost 365 days since we.
Do you know who's gonna go nuts for this?
Who?
Ben at newssource.com.
You know what? I'm just really excited that it's us again. I mean, I don't know when Mike, that one guy that works for Wrestling News Source. Mike Rain.
Different illnesses.
Mike Rain. When he was over there, he specifically said that you two were like his wrestling fathers.
I got something to say about Wrestling News Source.
Oh God!
And it's specifically about the founder, Ben. I've been over to London 5 times.
Oh God!
5 times.
Did he stand you up all 5 times?
All 5 times.
Oh God! Does he?
All 5 times.
Are you sure?
I'm here. I'm in your neck of the woods. Come on over. Let's meet up. I'll take care of you at the convention. Blah blah blah. Nothing. Oh, I get a splinter in my ass or something like that. He said he made some cockamamie bullshit that he's over there. You know what, Ben? I have nothing but love for you, but you know what? You stiff me. It's okay though. I got that out of the way.
That's so much in that. I think you realize how much you said in that. But so, Joe, I mean, what's been going on? Have you been following wrestling?
I've been following wrestling enough to keep the highlights. I haven't really been watching much due to, family situations, and my health's been kind of up and down, and just a lot going on in my own neck of the woods, my own world. But now I get a lot of that kind of situated. Things are kind of leveling off, so I figure I can devote a little bit more time. My son Billy's really into wrestling. That's where I get most of my news from him. He watches all the highlights. He watches as much as he can.
Nobody gives a shit about Billy. Why are you trying to get Billy over right now?
My son? Because he's my fucking son. Why not? He knows more about wrestling than you do.
Is that a challenge?
Just because you have a DX tattoo on your arm.
I do. Actually, I'm actually. You know what I'm looking to get next? You're gonna love this. You know what I'm getting?
An addictomy? Next? You getting an addictomy?
No, I'm actually gonna get a Finn Balor tattoo.
Really?
Yeah.
You should get a Fergal DeVitt tattoo since he was at our first interview.
I know. That's man. I'm glad you're here. I really am. I'm happy that it's like us again.
Tattoo. Now, so guys, I got something I want to get off my fucking chest.
Hey, can you see me now or not?
JP just froze.
Yeah, he did. Just look at him. Look how high he looks right now.
I don't know, but you know what I'm doing? I'm taking a screenshot.
There he comes back. There he's back alive. Are you back?
Yeah. What the fuck just happened?
You time traveled, man.
You giant mongoloid. You just froze.
All right, I got something to get off my fucking chest tonight.
Okay,
So
is it the pizza that you just dropped on it or something?
You have the floor.
I've been pissed off. Like, I think I talked to both of you guys, at least you, Josh. Like, the fucking independent wrestling right now is so big, and like every fucking promoter should be doing everything they can to elevate it in their area and bring their area up. And New England is huge for it right now with places like Beyond, New England All-Star Wrestling, Chaotic Wrestling. Like, it really is a hotbed. And it always has been. Now, there's some things that I don't want to say shitty promoters, because the one I'm talking about is not really a shitty promoter. Shitty people do. I'll say it like that. I'm not going to name his name yet. It's someone I'm going to address in a couple of weeks. And there's ways, like, the territories are fucking dead. They've been dead forever. I'm going to swear a lot in this. Sorry, guys. But they've been dead for a long-ass time now. And it's this shit, like a promotion bust their ass to get a building, to make the building fucking work, to build the building up, get the crowd in that building. And for another promoter to go in and book that building that doesn't understand how wrestling works and the politics of wrestling, it's just shitty. It kills the business because it only takes one bad show in that building to kill that building for every other promoter out there. One bad show, they don't know ABC, DEF, AEW, WWE. They just know they saw wrestling in that building and it sucked. So when a promoter's going to try to kill a building and try to kill another company, they're going to run a shitty show in that company's building. And like that's going on here. And I just don't fucking like it. And that's all. And it's someone like doing it that taught me otherwise. And that's where it's like personal. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So promoters, don't fucking do the bullshit stuff. Promote your own shows and worry about your own shows and worry about making your other shows better. And if another company's in the area that's threatening you or you think is threatening your business, let them run. They're either going to die out on their own or they're going to elevate everything else in that area. It makes sense to me business-wise. Be more positive than negative.
Well, that, JP, just jump on what you're saying, too. A lot of the business is a lot of the same guys will run for different companies.
Yeah.
So if you're going to, this guy, Joe Schmo, is going to go out and wrestle for this company with a shitty show and get a shitty bill, people are going to see that same, because people, the indie fans, will go to every show no matter what company. They go to them all. Right. So if they're going to see Joe Schmo put on a shitty performance because that's the way their promoter wanted it, then when they go see Joe Schmo at this other event, that's when they're going to go to the bathroom. That's when they're going to get a drink. That's when they're not going to pay attention because they saw a shitty show once. They don't want to see a shitty one again. And that hurts the worker, not just their business.
Right. Yeah, it honestly, it hurts everyone involved. It hurts the wrestlers. It hurts the fans. It hurts both promotions, not just one. So just don't do that, guys. I just had to get it off. Yes, like that ain't the type of shit we usually talk about. We're usually fun-loving and woo-woo and interviewing ants and people from the future year of 2002 and stuff like that.
So, I mean, just to put it in perspective, like I know you're speaking in generalities, but let's just say, for instance, okay, Chikara Pro, right? They have their own studio, their own factory. It's the Wrestle Factory. They have the Wrestle Factory, correct? That would be just like having, I mean, to put it in layman's terms, on that level, just say that they decided to have an Impact show at the Wrestle Factory, and put it on and promoted it, and the Wrestle Factory was open to the public. Impact comes in, just runs a horrible show. Now, that doesn't just reflect bad on Impact. That reflects bad on Chikara for having that show. And sometimes when people's definition of a shitty show can be a lot of different things. But when you go in there and you run a show on purpose to sabotage an area, and I know you think the territories are dead, but I think they're alive and well in different ways. And I think you're starting to see the cream of the crop will rise to the top. But here's the other part of this. Here's who you have to, yeah. Here's who we have to hold accountable. Is the dudes they're booking, right? So if there's specific people that they're booking to run this shitty show, to run the arena, like, can you imagine us going into 2300 Arena, booking that, and having a shitty show in there? What do you think would happen?
You'd never be fucking able to walk back in Philly again.
Well,
like, not even just the arena, but all of Philadelphia.
But you, JP, look at you and I worked a show, did ring crew for I don't even remember what it was, 10, 12 years ago, and it was some big arena in Lowell. They had some giant names there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the show ran good, but there was like 40 people there.
No,
and you never heard of that promotion again. They did horrible marketing, and it was just brutal. I mean, the show was great because of the people they had.
The funny part about that, though, Joe, is that was Dave Marquez. It was Dave Marquez and Ricky O. And Ricky O still has a bad name in the business. Dave Marquez is running Championship Wrestling of Hollywood right now, which is doing really good. But he wasn't the local guy. The local guy was, I think, Ricky O or something like that. He was out of Jersey, and he still got a pretty bad name from what I understand.
And jumping on, Yeti, what you were saying, too, about the workers. If you see, you got to take pride in your business, in your craft. If you see that there's a promoter putting on a horrible product, it's upon you to not let him book you again. And that's how you're going to weed out these no good people.
And it's going to happen. I mean, it's part of the business. But at the same time, they're independent contractors, and you have to hold them accountable at some point in time, right? If you're a shitty person, you're a shitty person. You know, and maybe the shitty person books shitty people. But unfortunately, the public that comes to that, and they're bringing their kids, and it's the first time, and their buddy just invited them, said it's a great show, but they don't know the difference between the two promotions, and this one runs. It's like all of a sudden, I see what you're saying, JP. It's a bad situation, especially in the New England area when you got so much talent and so many cool people and so much going on, like uncharted territory tonight. Beyond Wrestling's live in like the next 45 minutes, dude. It's like that's live on Wednesday, and they're doing some really cool things.
Oh, you know what? I have one thing I have to plug too. Tomorrow night at Podmania on Twitter, the episode that I recorded with them where we went over NXT TakeOver 1 will be going live, I understand, tomorrow at Podmania on Twitter.
I was harassing them today pretty bad. I went pretty heel on them today. So bad for them.
JP, did you do a good interview with them, or were you all stuttering and mumbling and had like pizza and cheese in your mouth and shit? Or were you good?
We were pretty funny. We stayed on, like, they're organized.
You'll find that most podcasts are. We are just never organized, ever, at all.
I think that's what
13 years ago, before podcasting was even a thing, when we started Wrestling Radio. Technical Issues Weekly.
Yeah. Now, dude, I was listening to the new Rich Palladino podcast the other day. This is a plug, but not a plug. They do Let the Chaos Begin. They got a fucking brand new intro for their podcast. They got Kofi.
Really? Of course.
Intro. It was cool as hell.
Speaking of what you were talking about before we came on, JP, so I want you to go through your WWE, AEW conspiracy theory of fornication between the two.
For one, I texted to Josh before I saw Vince Russo's tweet.
Actually, I could probably bring it up.
I have questions on how this all went down because, one,
I want you to lay the foundation. I want, like you did with me, like lay the foundation and tell me why you think this.
Where was John Moxley, Dean Ambrose's 90-day clause on his contract? Why does that not have to be honored?
Are you sure they all have it? Like, are you 100% sure?
They've all had that since Rick Rude showed up on fucking Nitro.
You mean, Mr. Who?
Rick Rude. Rick Rude was on both Nitro and Raw at like the same time.
Yeah,
because
so that Nitro
Raw wasn't.
Right.
They've done that pretty much since then, and since Medusa dumped the title.
So those two things. That was what I was getting at. I didn't know for sure if it was a Rick Rude part appearing twice, or if it was Medusa when she went up there and took the women's title and dumped it in the trash can.
It was a mix of the two, and they've all had that since then. So you can't compete on another televised thing for 90 days until after. You can do, like, I think some of them have done indie, like, signings, but not matches.
Okay.
If they do a match, it's a really under the table company. Something that wouldn't get under the radar, that wouldn't get noticed. Under the table is what Joe does.
My question on that, I go under the table and take my teeth out. But anyway, my comments on that, on the 90-day clause, is from what I heard, is that he retired from WWE. And maybe from there, since he retired, he wouldn't have a 90-day clause on retirement.
That's what I was trying to say, is because he supposedly misled them and told them that he was leaving to pursue a Hollywood career. So I don't know if they would have just let him go and not do that. But I mean, that's what JP's saying is like, maybe it is. Maybe there is a specific, no matter what happens, it's a 90-day clause. Like you've got to cool off. You can't appear.
Then why did Sami Zayn mention? I'll get to that. He's like my finishing product.
Sami Zayn
mentioning AEW on Raw. And supposedly Vince McMahon got bullshit about that. And my question to that is, if Vince got so mad at that, why did it get left in for the Hulu 90-minute deal?
Yeah, because, I mean, they make a point of cutting that stuff out on Hulu. Like, if Vince doesn't like something, he has full editing control of that, right?
Well, they even cut out fan signs in the audience and stuff like that. They cut that shit out. They're going to cut out one of their stars saying a rival company's name.
Now, Jericho, not too long before he signed his AEW deal, and I think Jericho is kind of the glue that binds this deal. I think Jericho is the one. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying WWE owns AEW. I'm saying that they're doing some kind of business together because they understand that each other is good for the other. But Jericho, right before he signed his AEW deal, said he wouldn't work for anyone in the U.S. other than WWE. And he had done like some of the New Japan stuff in Japan and stuff like that. I think he had signed on for the G1 card at Madison Square Garden, but that's Madison Square Garden. Disgusting. But they, I think Jericho is the one, because he tells you he's still in contact with Vince McMahon. And I think he's the one that kind of said, hey, let's do this and see how big we can get it, see if we can help each other out.
Who's AEW's financial backing?
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, he owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. So it's that their money is there.
Oh, was that a serious? I thought there was a follow-up question to that, Joe.
No, just curious about that.
No, I see what you were asking, because if there was no financial backing, then how are they doing all of this?
Exactly.
Well, I kind of agree with you in a way, but the other part of me is, like, I watched Jericho on that podcast on Sirius XM and listened to him talk to
shameless plug.
Listen to him talk to Bully Ray and really lay out the plans for AEW, which was basically, and I've talked about this before, basically he is Chris Jericho. Like, there is no, like, there's a Terry Bollea and there's a Hulk Hogan. There is Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho is Chris Jericho. He's going to be the rebel. I'm going to go out on the edge. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get as much attention as I can to be the person that I am and be as good as I am, and he is. And it was really, a lot of this was his idea. It really was. But he wanted to do something new. I mean, the Jericho Cruise. Do you think the Jericho Cruise is part of that too, though?
No, that's his deal.
But do you really think that Vince McMahon, the Khan brothers, at some point or another, I mean, maybe the workers don't know, but you think the Khan brothers and Vince McMahon, I mean, I agree. Competition's amazing. The internet, the smarks out there are just, I mean, I posted some stuff today. It's like there's people that are really upset and calling this another WCW, and I'm excited for it. Like, it's relatively cool.
I will watch it.
Will you pay $50 for a pay-per-view?
No. But I'll
200,000 people bought that pay-per-view.
They need to get a better answer for that, though. They don't even have to have all the stuff the WWE Network has, like the catalogs of matches and the original shows and that stuff. but at least make the pay-per-views $9.99.
But let me ask you this. This is, you know me, I'm going to play the devil's advocate. Why wouldn't you just keep it at $50?
Because your average wrestling fan now, you isolate a lot at this point here with what WWE did, and I'm pretty sure they knew what they were doing. They isolated a lot of their fan base doing that because people now, it's not like 4 or 5 years ago when we were all paying $50 or $60 for SummerSlam,
right?
WrestleMania and stuff. Now it's $9.99 a month, and that's it. It's $120 a year. You get every pay-per-view.
Well, even for the pay-per-views on AEW, they're gonna launch the biggest one at $50 to see what they can get. They got such a good draw, and I think it would be in their best interest to drop it down. I'm not saying drop it down to $10 a month. I mean, if they dropped it down a little bit, maybe different fluctuate.
Myself personally, I would pay $25.
Well, but it's not. But this isn't. These aren't monthly, right? These are like, they're going to be like your four. They're going to be quarterly, like a big four, right?
If it's going to be quarterly, then $50 a month, I can see.
You're cool with that, right? Like if you put it in perspective, if we say they're going to run a pay-per-view every three months, or the big four, that's fair, right? That's
well, if you break it down, if they can do $50 every 3 months, that's cheaper than $10 a month.
You weren't real good at math, were you?
No, you weren't good at math at all.
$3? $3? No. Yeah, I wasn't good at math. Me and Nick didn't get along. All right, I was thinking. Well, anyway,
welcome back, dude.
Can kiss my ass, and everybody out there listening can kiss my ass.
$200 is less than $120.
Hey, JP, you can have the left cheek. Yeti, you can have the right. Okay, now, but what I'm getting at.
I'll take the avenue in the middle.
The point I want to make is that at $10 a month, your average early teens to mid-teens can afford $10 a month.
Parents,
a lot of families these days are rough at $50.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, people are like, I'm not paying $50. But here's the thing: like you and I know that Jericho's and these guys doing this are smart. We all know that there's a business model behind it with Tony Khan, and there's a reason they did it the way that they did it. And I think they understand that there's, maybe you're right. You run the big three at $50, and then if you get to a point where you're doing it monthly, where you can get to that point, it's the same. It's the Impact formula. It's the same thing that they did. I mean, but you remember the Impact was $9.99 a week on Wednesdays, right? Remember that?
Yeah, I didn't pay for that. But here's something, and this is just me off the top of my head. What if they, from November, say from Black Friday until Christmas, you could pay $120 and you got all of the next year's pay-per-views?
That's what ROH does. That $120 a month, $100 a year, and you get all the pay-per-views. Otherwise, it's
and you only run that 1 month. You got to get in on it. It's a Black Friday deal.
I think there's so many avenues, and there's so many people out there. Like if ROH is already streaming all that stuff, Caleb was down at AEW videoing. I mean, Mike Rain was right there. Johnny Moxley ran, right? I mean, Mike Rain was on Being the Elite from Wrestling News Source. He was on there this week. I mean, so
I saw that.
Yeah, it's just cool. I appreciate your theory, but I think you're full of shit.
I think that is definitely misery loves company.
I don't know.
WWE's in misery right now.
The fact that I thought it, and then right after I thought it, I saw Vince Russo's tweet. Like I said, he might have tweeted it before I thought it, but I didn't see it.
We also convinced Vince Russo that AJ Styles wasn't showing up for a pay-per-view about 8 years ago, too. So.
I'm going to ask at Joe Bruins at the Hall of Fame, the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, June 6th through 7th. I'm going to ask Eric Bischoff his take on it.
Dude, here's what I'm so excited. I mean, so many people are going to be at the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. The fact that You
Over
guys are
six-
going to over 60 people, right?
Over 60 legends.
Yeti, you
in
should fly.
That's too. I already looked, dude. It's too.
I've been going back and forth with Green Ant the past couple of days. 10 to 2, he'll be with us Saturday chilling. Him and Defant will be with us. They have to scurry down to the Anthill in Delaware to do the Chikara show Saturday, but they're going to be hanging out with us till about 2 p.m.
Dude, that's
I gotta
awesome.
remember,
That's how-
I gotta remember to bring my bait, my raid.
Yeah. But imagine that. That's how much those two guys want to be there. They're coming down. They're going to come down Friday night, hang out. They want to meet some of the legends, and that's why they're really doing it. And they're going to
Absolutely.
go down, sign some autographs Saturday, and then they're going to leave at about 2 o'clock. And they're going to drive down to Delaware for a show that day.
That's what's cool is that, man, it's even when I'm literally King of Trios. I know this is a long time away,
October
but when
6th.
yeah, it's even though it's in October already, the fact that Mike Quackenbush is only going to wrestle 25 matches this year, and the first team announced for the King of Trios is Thick Mama Pump, Petey Williams. It's real, man. It is real. And Scott Steiner.
So you got Thick Mama Pump, Jordan Grace, little Papa Pump, Petey Williams, and Big Papa Pump.
Yes. That's the first team, dude. That is the first team. Like, just put it in perspective. Can you imagine Quackenbush is going to be in this King of Trios? You know it, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
Who are going to be his two partners is my question, man. That's what I want to know.
Look the size of that mouth.
What's that?
You just yawned. It's like I swear to God, you got a friggin' planet in there. Hey, look, there's Jimmy Hoffa.
Now, Joe, have you watched any Chikara?
No.
You're going to meet these two guys. I'm going to tell you right now, I fully expect to not ever see them out of their mask.
You won't.
Okay.
You won't see them out of their mask.
It's
like I bet you don't even. They'll probably change their clothes.
It's against the Lucha Code.
I did pitch my idea to Green Ant for me to become an ant.
Here's what I'll tell you though. Joe, is you know us very well. But I can tell you that we have a very, very, very good idea who may be part of the colony behind that mask. But we keep that under wraps. We kind of think we know, but we like the intrigue.
I made
you don't even want to give us a spoiler, any kind of sneak preview, because you don't want to ruin it.
A true Chikara fan that goes totally into the catalog. I mean, right, JP, you got to go deep into the catalog. You can find him. You find him, but you have to also recognize his voice.
I made a comment about one of the other rants. I won't even say which one, and like what he does outside of the colony. Oh, what he does outside of the Anthill when he's not wrestling, and
right.
I cracked Green Ant a little.
Why don't they have a zombie ant and call him Dead Ant?
Well, what I pitched to them was that I become an ant. I could be Jay the Giant.
Giant.
It's so dumb. That's so dumb.
That's.
I fully expect you to get a white T-shirt out and put that in like electrical tape on a white T-shirt.
No, I want to get a T-shirt that says Raid.
Well, they've had like the Defiance.
Yes.
You know, and that's all the Defiance were, was stuff like that. Missile assault.
Okay, so once an ant leaves the anthill or the colony, are you ever able to disclose, or is that against Lucha Code? Like the people that we know that are former parts. Do we know? Do we ever talk about that?
Nope.
Even though we know and other people know, we don't mention it, right?
Right. I'll say this. the theories are out there.
Yes. There's a lot of sites dedicated to people and talent that are or were. Even El Generico.
So
Rumors.
basically, if I
think
know,
that one,
and you know, and you know that I know, and I know that you know, and you know that he knows, and he knows that we know, but we know that he knows. They don't know?
But here's the thing is we don't know that they really know. But they're the ones that told us, so do we really know?
Does the person wearing the mask know? Is it
Maybe.
even a mask? Or is he really an ant and he get human skin on?
Well, they'll tell you they're ants.
Yeah, they
What's
are.
an ant's dick look like?
Well, you can find out.
Right there. I'm looking at it.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, did you watch any of AEW? I haven't yet. I've heard Cody versus Dustin was amazing.
No, I haven't watched any of it. There's a couple things my son's telling me of people we need to get on the show, and I'll send you that info after.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw names out there now and give any false hype, but I'll send you the names of some people. He showed me one match between one guy that was on AEW and another guy that he said was a hilarious match, but very technical.
You get it. We'll have to, Josh, we're going to have to send Joe the Chikaratopia stuff.
I don't know. Should we let him in the click?
Oh, absolutely. Chikara's like
Chikaratopia. Here's the cool thing.
I am the click. No, I'm the prick, sorry.
Yeah.
You can watch both Chikara. You can watch Chikara on Chikaratopia, and you can also watch it on independentwrestling.tv.
Yes.
That's the cool part.
Now, it's Chikara. You kind of just described Chikara, though, Joe, when saying that it's very technical, but it's also funny as hell.
That's what I like. That's the kind of stuff I like to see.
We got.
I want to, JP. What do you call? What are the tag team titles called in Chikara?
Don't do that to him.
What?
Campeón de.
Say it again.
Campeones de Paredes.
Close. Campeones de Parejas.
That's what I said. Josh does this to me all the time because I can't say
I
it.
don't know. I was just about to ask you your name for your Starbucks order.
No.
It sounds like you were doing. You were making a
But
Starbucks
that's
order, some
what-
kind of double cast fruit, whatever.
Chikara is based loosely on like luchador. Not loosely. It's based on luchador stuff, but it's like comic book based.
Yes.
Very
It's a comical lucha experience.
I'm a chameleon? Lucha what? It's a lucha based comic.
A lot of luchador rules based. Like they have a lot of trios matches, like 3-on-3 tag matches instead of a regular tag match, where if you just go out of the ring and you touch the ground, that's legally a tag.
Right.
Which is
lucha
like
rules. Yeah, you don't have to tag. All you have to do is if you roll out of the ring, other person comes in, that's basically a tag. Lucha rules, right?
So if all three are out, does that mean the first two back in go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if all three
absolutely.
are out, yeah, it's fun though, but they do a lot of like comedy, funny stuff.
The anthill finishing move.
I'll put it this way: I went down with Matt West, probably Kyle. We went down for a show, and Lindsay Dorado, who's in 205 Live, did a dive out of the ring, and he landed in somewhere around the second row. I don't know why you just took a screenshot, but he landed somewhere around the second row. And instead of chanting "Holy shit," the crowd started chanting "Holy poop."
Yeah, holy poop.
And that became a thing after that.
Well, the match I was telling you about, my son was telling me the guy's name was Gentleman Jervis. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh yeah, that's Underbelly, Mr. Underbelly, Mr. Soft Underbelly.
He's telling me he pulled a blanket pillow out from under the ring, took a nap.
It's just like Orange Cassidy, the strongest man in the world.
I want to get him on.
I
want to know
Gentleman
what's inside
Jervis.
that pillow.
I've seen Sandman take a nap in the ring before.
Different kind of nap, though.
Yeah, look that one up. Look that one up on YouTube.
Oh, it's either a pass out or knockout.
That's it. But back to June. We could jump back to June 6th and 7th with the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame at the Warwick Crown Plaza Hotel. There's your plug, Joe Bruin. They got they have pretty much every living Four Horsemen other than Ric Flair. You can do photos.
I met Ric Flair. Did I tell you guys I met Ric Flair?
No.
Yeah, I got my picture with him.
Of course you did.
I also met Steiners.
Did he grab your ass?
Flair?
Yeah. Oh, is that just the Undertaker?
No, he was fairly close out of the hospital the first time. Okay. And he was still pretty frail, but he was wooing it up like crazy. He had that crowd going.
Yeah, they just got so many. I mean, a lot of people from last year. Mario Mancini, who was, WWF jobber. He doesn't like enhancement talent. He'd rather be called a jobber.
Who's saying enhanced talent? That's stupid.
That's what Mario Mancini said.
You're a fucking jobber. That's it. It's what you do.
Yep.
Hey, Gentleman Jervis would be another great person for he has been in Chikara. He's also been at Russell Circus. Is going to be going again there in Texas. They're starting back up. So Russell Circus is actually retro. Anthony's going down to Russell Circus.
Is he?
So you'll have to look at tag matches with Kylie Ray and Gentleman Jervis together. Smiley Kylie that was in AEW. That's probably who you're talking about? AEW and Gentleman Jervis, the tag team. Is that with Kylie Ray?
About Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy.
He's that guy that keeps his hand in his pocket.
Yeah, you just don't get the gig, man. He don't have to do anything. He just keeps his hands in his pockets, and it don't matter. He's so cool.
Yeah, I want to get them on this again.
I would love to get Orange Cassidy on.
I would too. Orange Cassidy is one of those. Orange Cassidy is one of those guys that, from what I've seen of him, right? Other than Orange Cassidy, is beyond measure. So the fact that he's able to do what he's doing right now without really doing anything is cool shit.
Did you see him wrestle Shockwave?
What we're doing.
Huh?
Did you see Orange on Beyond wrestling Shockwave the robot?
I did. It was hilarious.
With the orange juice on him?
Yeah.
So, Shockwave, you might have seen Shockwave because he's done a couple shows around here. He's a robot. And he comes out and he does robot things. And Orange Cassidy threw a glass of orange juice on him and made him short circuit and become a murderous robot.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like those Stop and Shop robots.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
You know what, JP? I just realized we've got the third member of our team, or I guess I'll say I'm the third member now because I'm new returning. But Yeti is one of the 7 people that still live in Montana.
Why? What? You and George Carroll can suck a fat dick.
Does Yeti, does 3 Bigfoots, and like the guy that sells hay.
You and George Carroll can suck a fat one.
When we had George on with me and Josh, Josh tried to convince George that like Montana had a better St. Patrick's Day parade than Southie.
I don't know.
It's not.
I guess it would be one giant family party because they're all like inbred.
You know what? I can't wait for you guys to come out here. I can't.
I don't remember being invited.
You don't even have to stop here. All you have to do is drive through. Just let me know where you're at. So I can get you a proper hello.
Remember being invited?
You can't wait for us to go out there, but you know who can wait for us to go out there?
George Carroll.
Us.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say it again. I don't remember being invited.
Yeah, maybe I haven't invited. It's one of those places that it's best that you guys describe it that way. It really is.
Me and Joe
You guys
don't get invited a lot of places.
Do you guys still have to leave your house to go take a shit?
No, we just do that as a common area, usually a bucket.
Is that why you get all upset?
Because I shit in the same place I eat?
Well, because, so yesterday I talked to Josh, and I was taking a shit when I was talking to Josh.
Dude, I just don't think, like, when you Marco Polo me or Snapchat your turds, I mean, it's just, there's a line, man. So it's like every time, even when you say, like, hey, what are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm on the shitter. Guess how many images of your shit pop in my head? I think I have PTSD from the turds.
I think I made you delete that app, didn't I?
I'm done, yeah. I am off it now. Yeah, because all I ever got was swirly turds floating around.
I was literally...
Say it was a shitty app?
No, Marco Polo was this thing where, like, you could do video messages sort of like this, but, like, not live. So, like, you record it and then send it, and they get it right after. And I would just flush my shit down the toilet, and that'd be the video we got.
Oh, that's gross. Fucking hilarious, but gross.
Right. But the other day, like, I'm talking to him on the shitter, and I was like, oh, hold on, I was going to flush. So you'd hear the flush noise, and all you hear is him go, no, and then hang up.
Can we make that a sound effect for the show, that we can hit that button, so whenever someone says something stupid?
I want you to get a full studio set up.
Time you talk.
I'm working on it.
I want you to get a full studio set up, so all I have to do is do exactly what JP's doing right now, like just answer my phone.
JP's doing nothing but fucking readjusting his camera because it keeps, like, lifting up over his head.
Hey,
I'm literally holding it in my hand.
But the camera goes from looking at your 15th chin. Next thing you know, we're looking at your 6th head.
When are we, or you guys specifically, going to be at a brewery?
June 14th.
Yeah.
And is that something you can talk about right now?
Yeah, June 14th. We haven't laid down the times yet, but some point on June 14th, we will be recording an interview with the founder of Clown Shoes at the Clown Shoes / Harpoon Beer Hall. This is something I've met with them. I haven't met with the founder. I've met with a couple of their sales reps. I think it's going to be a really good, like, partnership, hopefully a sponsorship of some kind, but definitely some kind of partnership where maybe we bring a couple of friends with us once or twice in there and record in there.
Now, is this like when you say friends, like it's people that are in the wrestling business, wrestling industry, or people that are fans, or just
both, hopefully. Like my goal would be to do like I have a nice little mixer set up here that I could hook up to some speakers, and I could like entertain. Well, I could talk. I don't know if I'd entertain.
You know, it'd be so cool is if you got up that we did that, right? And just leave an open mic up there for people to come up and we'd have to obviously when we're doing this, I'm guessing probably refrain from the profanity while we're in the beer hall.
Well, yeah, because I'd want them to, if they want to use it on their platform, to have them send it out on their social media or wherever. So we'd try to be good and not tell people like our cracks and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just really cool because for me, you know, most of us are starting a new chapter. JP is doing whatever. What are you doing right now? Are you on the shitter?
I have to go to the bathroom, but I'm not there. My knuckle just.
You know what that whole fiasco
Are you
was
making
in this
some? Are you making some trucker? Are you making trucker dude during the podcast? Are you making some trucker dude?
Oh my god!
Is he? Is he literally going to the bathroom right now?
I know. I just took a screenshot.
I
know, but the thing with the Clown Shoes Beer, the Clown Shoes Brewery, I don't know if anybody out there if they can Google some of their images or Google the company, some of their canned artwork is phenomenal. If you're into art, look at it and see the work, and it's just outstanding. And like you said, I want to refrain from using any kind of vulgarities or profanity on there because it's, in a sense, we're going into their house. I'm not going to act that way in their house.
Right, and that's a cool thing. Is like when we start doing this, is what we've always told everybody is that this is just we're just a bunch of wrestling. We're just friends talking about wrestling and hanging out and doing stuff, and we've been doing it forever. It's just, but we have so much knowledge between all of us, and there's so many people that we know are different places now. I mean, the fact that.
And if this turns into something more, so be it.
Yeah, we just don't. I mean, we don't care. It's just we're doing this because we love to, and we've got a cool platform to put it out on, and it's just fun as hell. I mean, but I'm curious to see if he just really had to pee, or if the beer that he was drinking affected him negatively, and he just instantly got the shits. Like that's what I want to know.
I really hope he shit himself.
Like he just shit all over his pants.
No, it was a piss, and that's never been an issue on this show before. But I had a piss so bad.
Oh,
and then my hand cramped up on me.
Your hand cramped up because you had to pee?
No. I don't know what cramped up.
Your hand? Yeah. All right, new subject. I just don't know where to go with this one without being, like, really bad.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay.
This has been that show anyway.
Yeah, I just don't understand why your hand would cramp up while you're pissing. Like, is that just a euphemism for, like, jerking off or something?
No,
I was holding my dick and my hand cramped. Yeah, I went to spasms.
It just.
I know we haven't done this for a while, but I don't think it's an appropriate time for you to celebrate, National Masturbation Month. You just can't just decide to do that during the podcast.
One did not do with the other.
He said Clown Shoes Brewing.
Yeah, he was at it. It was either that or it was all three of us together. He just, because the sun was over there, like he couldn't see him for a while, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta go."
The pissing had nothing to do with the fucking hand cramping. There was like one thing after the other.
What I thought, though, when the screen kind of went blank, I thought he dropped his phone down in his cleavage.
No.
He couldn't get it. He was reaching down his shirt trying to get it.
All right, full disclosure. And this guy, I don't care if this stays in. I mean, I know Josh is going to have a fun time editing this episode.
I'm not going to edit
out
shit.
the
I'm
part
just
when I
out.
said Clown Shoes.
I'm just putting out.
Yeah, no, take out the part where Joe said Clown Shoes, please. But,
and then the time I said it again, and then the time JP said it.
Yes. Anytime we say Clown Shoes and together, please edit that out, Josh.
Or Clown Shoes and
No.
I'm leaving it all in there.
No, so please take that shit out. But leave this in. I don't give a shit. Full disclosure, I put my thumb over the camera on my phone because I was half considering taking you guys in there with me while I pissed.
I would have ended the podcast at that point in time. It would have been done.
Like you gave your camera a mushroom stamp.
Well, you wouldn't have saw it. It would have been on my face.
Well, JP, you sit down to pee anyway.
I puked on the episode. I puked on that before.
You did.
I want to do more stuff like that too. Different eating challenges and stupid stuff. Where you guys are more the aficionados of the wrestling, I want to bring the stupid. I want to bring back the outside guests. Outside of the industry. I want to bring more of that.
We tried doing that, and I did it. I did the Choco Challenge.
But I want to do other stuff. Like
I'm waiting for Marty.
We had some good comedians on. We had UFC fighters. We had, some top-notch people that we just gotta. We had one actor, comedian that was on one of the top shows on TV at the time.
Judah Friedlander.
Somebody dropped a glass of water on their hard drive. We lost that episode.
That episode. That's not one of the ones I was just. So I just found.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's Judah Friedlander.
Yeah. That was lost episode. Someone dropped water. What the fuck drinks water? Besides, who drinks water?
But I just found a bunch of our old episodes.
Yes, you did.
I've been trying to capture some of them.
I wish we could find the John Moxley one.
Yeah, that's not one of the ones that's active, unfortunately.
At least you guys have some of your previous work.
Joe, what was your response when I said, "Hey, I found a link to our John Moxley episode, but it's not working"? What was your reaction? because it was
John
the
Moxley
same as
who?
mine. Well, no, you knew who Moxley was, but you were like, wait, we had him on the show?
Yeah.
And neither one of us remembered having him on. But he was such a non-factor. He was an indie at that point there. He was an indie guy doing, I think, mostly hardcore, not really death matches, but mostly hardcore stuff.
CZW.
All right, guys, I got to cut it short and jump off right now. I got to go pick up my daughter. She's at softball practice. But
Joe,
you know what? Like, I'm going to sign out like I
welcome.
used to. I'm going to sign out like I used to. I'll see you
Welcome.
next Tuesday. If for you guys that don't understand, that means cunt.